Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and I'm joined by my boy Elijah
Yo,
and my boy David.
DJ from the QC.
How we doing?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Good. Glad to be back.
Yeah. It's been a while since you've been on the pod. So welcome back for sure. Today we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs, specifically the conference championships. I think that's what they're called.
Conference finals.
Conference finals. Yes. Yeah. So we've already seen game one of the Eastern Conference Finals, which is Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, which Miami are up right now 1-0. And literally as we're recording this, game one for the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks are on in this 8 minutes into the second quarter. Golden State are up. Come on, I want to hear y'all's opinion because Elijah, I know you're the Golden State fan. David, we know you are the Hornets fan, and I'm a Heat fan. So tell me how we feel about these playoffs, man.
I guess I'll talk.
Basketball knowledge go first.
Huh?
Nah, I'm fine. Never mind that.
Anybody going first?
You can go first.
Well, my takes on it is, I don't know. I actually been liking this year. That's what I could say. I could say this year playoffs been actually pretty interesting. I've been watching every game, enjoying some of the games. The only game I didn't enjoy, we don't have to speak on it, is the Mavs versus Suns. That was just a disappointment. But other than that, I've been enjoying this playoffs. Right now, who my teams that I, think that's going to make it to the finals, and I hope they make it to the finals, are the Warriors and the Celtics. Those are my two teams right there. So that's what I could say so far. That's my little summary right there.
Yeah, I think I just want to talk about that game that you're talking about, the Mavs and the Suns in Game 7. I mean, they knew what to do to lock up Chris Paul, and them taking Chris Paul out of the game completely limits everybody else's production because
Chris Paul, Booker too.
Well, yeah, but
Booker had 3 people on him.
For the main part,
Booker
they locked
only had
up
11.
Huh?
Yeah, Booker only had 11.
Yeah, and so in Booker, in my opinion, the only thing he can do is find a shot. He can't do anything else. And I think the people have been comparing him to the next Kobe. I don't think that.
Who said that?
So I did not. Wait, I didn't.
Who you hear that from?
All over Twitter, and people in the past, whenever he they were going off last year, they were comparing him to be the next Kobe Bryant. And
that's disrespectful.
Exactly.
Apologies.
Huh?
My apologies to interrupt y'all. First, no disrespect. You can't disrespect Devin Booker. He's not a superstar. He's a star. You said he can't find a shot. He's a shot maker. He just had a bad series.
But to be honest, you can't be the number one team in the NBA all throughout the regular season, and then you come in this Game 7 and you get blown out at home. I get you have bad days and I get you had bad series, but weren't they up 2-0 or something?
Yeah,
they said they was all battling some type of injuries.
I think every team battles with injuries. I think that's an excuse.
That's an excuse. Yeah, that's definitely an excuse.
The Mavericks, they was fully healthy.
Yeah, they had healthy players, but they are missing one of their players also.
And honestly, let's be real. Compare. Let's put both of those teams on paper, the Mavs and the Suns, and you go down the list.
The Suns should win.
The Suns just have better players on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a fact.
You have to give all the love and credit. I think you have to give credit to Jason Kidd because I think he coached that team to the best way he needed, possible. And it's showing right now how they're playing as a team. And those boys are shooting, and Luka is just guarding. It's just
Luka just
It's just taking them to the like. Okay, Dave, I want to hear your opinion about Luka.
I honestly feel like I love Luka, but I honestly feel like his play style that won't get him to the championship. He's a ball hog. That you see the Warriors, they play more team basketball. That's why that basketball is a team sport. And
I
then
agree.
obviously, like he can't play defense, so that's a fall. And then if he get injured, team that's already gone. So he got a lot of weight to carry. So just he's a great player. It's just like his play style won't get him far.
So I disagree. Let me tell you why I disagree.
I agree and disagree.
You said he's a ball hog, yet like he's one of the better facilitators in our league right now. Yes, he puts up 30 shots a game, but like
looking at these stats.
Wait, let me finish. Yet he puts up 30, 40 shots a game, but Kobe did the same thing. Jordan did the same thing. LeBron does the same thing. I mean, but I think ball hog is a stretch. Yes,
let me add on to your thing also.
Hold on, let me finish. Yes, he needs the ball in his hand, but when he has shooters on his team, like we saw in that Sun series, that are able to make the shot whenever they get the ball in their hands, I think he turns into a completely different person, not just a ball hog. Because at the same time, he led that series in assists, he led that series in rebounds, and he led that series in points. So I mean, he's still contributing to the entire team. I think calling it a ball hog is a stretch.
I mean, you have a Suns team. I mean, it all depends on the type of team you're playing as well. Like Jazz, they most known for defense. So like he proved himself. I give him that. He got my respect on that. But the Suns, you can't compare them to the Jazz defensively. It all depends on what team and what matches up.
Yeah, but another thing on the comment I was trying to add with Davion is, but look at Luka team. Like, exactly. He's pretty much the only star on his team. Who's an actual star? And don't say Jalen Brunson, because he's good, don't get me wrong, but he's not a star.
He's not a star
He's
at
not
all.
A star. He's not a guarantee. Oh, yeah, he's going to help Luka out if Luka's not doing good. He's not a guarantee.
Sure. In free agency, he's going to get big bucks. He's going to be the main man on next team. You'll see.
Oh, no, David, yes, you're
I'm not
right.
taking that from Jalen.
Yeah, no, David, you're completely right. He will get like 6-man money, like a Jordan Crawford money. But at the same time, at the beginning of the season, did you think Jalen Brunson was going to be what he is now?
Yeah, I watched him since Villanova. I knew he was going to break out.
Yes, but no one thought he was going to have this much of an impact to this Mavs team that he did. Let's be real.
Coming off the bench, being that leader,
he's not going. But listen, yes, I get it, but he wasn't like. On paper, at the beginning of the season, you didn't think he was going to be such a contributor, such a star, like on paper.
Me personally, I knew he was going to be in a running for at least 6-man, even though he wasn't. But I knew he was going to be on that type of level.
Okay, I mean, listen, I do like. Don't get me wrong. I love this team, and I love everything that they're about. And I love everything that they're moving towards right now. I love how Luka is the nucleus of this team, and Spencer Dinwiddie, he's hooping for them. I think they need to give him the ball and let him have those ISO situations like they give Luka, because like remember, before he got hurt, Spencer Dinwiddie was one of the better players in the league. Am I right?
Absolute bucket.
And so like if he can go get you 20 points. Like in a playoff game, to add on to what Luka's doing and to what Brunson's doing and to what Finney-Smith will do and Bullock whenever they feel like shooting well, I mean, that can be a very big and like main factor.
Uh-huh.
But before we continue, go ahead.
No, I was saying you was absolutely right.
Yeah, but before we continue about talking about these games, like. We got to do predictions about these two series. We got the Heat, Boston, and then Golden State and the Mavs. What are y'all's predictions?
I'll go first since Eli went last time. My predictions on the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami, They always been dogs. They always been my favorites. I love Jimmy Butler, physical type person. He just that man. But Jason Tatum, I love him. You know, he went to Duke, but I just feel like Miami got just too many dogs. And I know defensively, Celtics was the best team on paper, but I just feel like they're not built for the moment just yet. It's they always find some way to fall short, but it's just like they got to find the right pieces. I feel like Miami is the most complete team, so I'll just give Miami 42 win.
Game 6, you say, not in 7.
I would say in 5, but I'm gonna give the Celtics hope.
Okay. You want to go next, E? You want me to
go? You can go.
So I'm a Miami fan. I love everything Miami. Jimmy Butler is an absolute dog. One of the better. He's top 10 in the league. I think, but
top 5.
Top 5, yes. Arguably one of the better players left in the playoffs. I also really love Jason Tatum. I've seen him play since he came out of college from Duke, and I've really liked what he's been about, and I love the progression I've seen from him for the past couple of years. But I think this game will go to. I want to say this. I was watching this game last night, and I saw that that Boston were up 10 points going in at like halftime. Without Al Horford, without Marcus Smart. These are two of the biggest contributors to that Boston team, right?
And Marcus Smart for their defense.
Yes. I think these are two of the biggest contributors for this team. Yes, Miami did end up coming back, and I think it went on a 22-2 run coming out of halftime, which ultimately have them win the game. I think this game will go to 7. And I think Miami Heat will go take this in Game 7. I think it will be a fight. I think this series right here will remind you of the Nets and the Bucks series last year. That's what I think it will remind you of. And I think, and honestly, it can go either way. But I think Miami will play to that high caliber every single game.
Okay.
Yeah. This conference finals is basically based off of defense with these teams.
I think these two teams
defense,
are 3.
But also who comes on top.
I think these two teams are like 3 and D teams.
Yeah.
Because they've been like that. Like when Jason Tatum shoots that 3-ball well, when the others for Miami shoot that 3-ball well, like Euro and oh my gosh, what's his kid's name?
Max Strauss.
Yes. When they shoot that ball well, and honestly, they need to get Duncan Robinson back into the game as well, but I don't know what's going on there. His defense is what's lacking for them. That's why he's not playing much. But like if they can get those guys shooting that ball well at a high clip, I mean, this game, depending on how the Celtics adjust after losing that game last night, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Elijah, your prediction for this series?
So I pretty much agree with everything I say. The only thing I can probably add is I can say Game 7 as well, and it just depends on who just come on top. You know, they both good teams. I will say this: if Celtics play how they played against the Bucks, they will win, guaranteed. If they come out hot like they did Game 7 and just start shooting back-to-back threes and making a lot of threes in defense, they can easily beat the Heat and make it to the finals.
Easily?
I mean, if they play like that, yeah.
I mean, but this is a complete.
You see how they started off in the beginning. You see how in the beginning, you know, defense, they were stopping the Heat, stopping Butler. Everybody, you know, they couldn't score. And they was up by like, what, 15, 17?
Bucks were without Middleton as well now. So.
But look, Celtics was also out with Smart and Al Horford, like you said.
No, not for like. Are you talking about for Game 1 or are you talking about the Bucks series?
I'm not talking about the Bucks series no more. I'm talking about the Heat now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Bucks series. I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about with the Heat.
Yeah.
Okay. But so you basically saying the Bucks are better than the Heat?
Do you not think that, David?
I would think the Bucks are better than the Heat.
Oh Lord!
Wait. Fully healthy? You don't think so, David?
Fully healthy, I think
No,
Bucks are better than Heat.
no, because like I said, Miami is the most complete team. They got versatility. They got defense. They got the three ball. They got the playmaking. They got everything a team needs. They got that dog. They got PJ.
I
They
mean,
It
got
was
you.
complete. It was
Jimmy.
complete.
I
It
mean,
was
you
pretty
say that.
decent.
Go
It
ahead.
was pretty decent. It wasn't too bad last year as
I mean,
well.
you
They
say that,
still
David.
lost. They
David, you
still
say
lost to the
that.
Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, David, you say that, but they won the championship last season. You
Exactly.
can't call them an incomplete team when they're champions.
No, they was complete with PJ. A lot of pieces they lost.
But I
So
think they
they
added some additions this season too. That's been helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't get me wrong. I mean, they didn't have PJ Tucker. They didn't have the kid that they traded. He got hurt. Whatever, irrelevant. But like, I mean, they were still arguably a championship team.
I mean, I was projecting them honestly, just Eastern Conference Finals and gone. I wasn't even projecting them back to back, not even making the finals really,
I mean,
because it's
especially,
just
I mean, with the East right now, all these teams are competitive. I mean, you got Boston, you got Miami. These are two really good competitive teams, and as we're seeing, two of the teams that are last standing in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, like, so we can talk about this game real quick. I mean, each of these two teams are like averaging 180 points a game, 41 rebounds. I mean, like on stat wise, these two teams are neck and neck. They're
Mind
right,
you,
huh?
I said, mind you, Celtics is pretty much like a Atlanta Hawks from last year. Like nobody expected Celtics to even beat the Bucks. People was saying that Bucks was gonna win in 6 or 5. So
I would
I
say
mean,
yes,
expect the
but I
Celtics
wouldn't
to
say
be
they were
the.
that bad. I wouldn't say Atlanta Hawks bad. I
mm,
think they were a good team.
I really didn't expect them to make the two seed.
nobody didn't even expect the Celtics to make it how they did. So
Huh.
They was trash at the beginning.
people even thought the Nets was gonna beat them. And look at what they did. They 4-0, they swept the Nets and they went to game 7 with the Bucks. Now they playing the Heat. So we don't know where that's gonna lead
So
to.
David,
Oh,
you said who's gonna win this series?
he said Heat.
I said, yeah, the Heat in either 5 or 6.
Okay, and I said Heat, and Elijah, you said it's gonna be a toss up in Game 7, right?
Yes.
Okay, we can talk. We can come back to this game in a second, but Dallas and Golden State. This game's on right now. Golden State's up by 12 points with 2 minutes till halftime.
I want to say my little bold prediction.
Go ahead. You go first.
Because we got David in here now,
And
so
that's
I
your
just want to
team.
hear it. Yeah. So my bold prediction was, Oh well, let me say what game I think we'll beat them at. I'll say Game 6. I give it Game 6. I give Dallas 1-2 games. But what I did say earlier to mention to Davion, I'm gonna mention to you as well. I said if we beat the Mavs and make it to the finals, Warriors is winning another ring, another championship. That's my bold prediction.
I mean, that's not even. I mean, I agree with you, bro. Like, shit. I mean, every other team. Well, wait. I don't know. It's hard because you still got the Heat in the East.
Listen, I think. Let me. I want to say something about what you just said. I do think that. Listen. This is so hard because when you look at Golden State, like I think the only way Dallas doesn't win, or not the only way, but one of the reasons I would say Golden State will win this series is because of how experienced Golden State is. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep.
Because in I think it was game 5 or 6 of that. But wait, what did they go to? 6?
What you talking about for the Memphis?
Yeah.
It went to 6. Yeah.
So okay, I think it was game 4. Game 4 of that Memphis series. If you can recall, they were down. They didn't have a lead at all until like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I mean, that doesn't happen with like inexperienced teams or teams that doesn't know like what they need to do to get back and win this game. And they ultimately, obviously, they won that game. But I think if they can guard Luka and they can stop him from getting, well, I mean, he's going to get his regardless. Because right now, what does he have? Right now, he has in game one,
Luka has 11.
He has 11 points. I mean, if they can keep him to under 20 points in the half, I mean, that's already better than what the Suns did. But in my opinion, I think what they're doing right now, I mean, because they're up 12 points, I think the only thing, just like Boston, that the Mavs don't have, that's experience when the time comes. Because Golden State has been to finals after final after finals. Miami has been to a finals. Yes, it was in the bubble, but it was still a finals. So I think the two experienced teams will come out on top of these two series. And that's why I have Golden State winning in 6 or 7. 6 or 7. I don't know.
Okay.
David, what's your prediction for this game?
Well, this is just gonna be like the Eastern Conference Finals, the defensive matchup. The Western Conference Finals, the offensive matchup.
I agree with that.
Three. Yep.
I honestly feel like just Curry just gonna whoop them dogs.
We have more of a better offense than Mavericks too. We have more shooters and scorers than Dallas do. So
and y'all play team ball. Y'all not selfish. Y'all can just lock in on one player and stop.
We move around.
And then so it's just the Warriors just more complete than the Mavericks. It's just basketball is just basically about the complete team. Just the Warriors just can win the series and like I'll say 4 or 5.
A sweep or 5.
Listen, I think I would agree with that statement. I do think Golden State is the more complete team because of what I just said, because they're experienced, they've been there, they know what they need to do to get the job done. But I also think Luka can win you one by itself. I think they'll win game 3. Like, you hear me right now? I think they'll win game 3.
I will say, I don't disagree with you, Davion. I will say this, though. If Luka drop a 40 bomb, 50 bomb, he got it.
I mean, he will win you one game.
But if Dallas, but it also depends the matters of his team as well. If they're gonna hoop with him, he can hoop. Luka gonna get his bucket regardless. It just depends on his team. It always depends on his team if they can hoop with him. Yeah. If they hoop with him, they'll guarantee win, get a dub. So I will say that.
So do you feel like Luka will win one?
Like, I definitely think he will win one. And I think it'll be
wait. When what you mean?
Like they'll win one. Wait. What?
Win one game
or
one
ring, David?
Yeah.
A
ring?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely
he'll
do.
Get one. It depends. He still got long. He still got a time. So yeah,
I mean, he's 22 years old. Let's be real.
That's what I said. He still got time.
And plus, he's playing with a team that is inexperienced and like arguably one of the most surprising teams to make it this far in the playoffs.
Exactly, and look where they at.
And so I think yes,
nobody expecting them to beat the Suns.
I mean, they're missing 1 or 2 pieces. The Mavs are.
They just need another star for Luka.
Yeah,
another guarantee player, so Luka could move the ball around more too.
Like who? Like what position? Like a big, like a Rudy?
Since he plays shooting guard, I would say yeah, like probably no, not a big because they tried it with Porzingis and it didn't work out.
That's too Porzingis. No, they need like a full. They need a center.
But Porzingis wasn't bad when he was on the Knicks.
Yeah, they need a center like Rudy because Porzingis was a 4. In all honesty.
Yeah.
And so I think if you went and got Rudy or I don't know. Aiden, yeah, I think they want to re-sign him though.
I would say Aiden as well, yeah. Yeah, big. He'll need a big. I agree. And they could keep Jalen, and Jalen just play how he play. So they'll be a good complete team.
Listen, they just need. I mean, and they just need experience as well. Like it's still. I mean, this team is so young. They just need experience. They need time. They need chemistry. Like they need because Golden State weren't good until their 3rd year together, 4th year together, something like that. So it just
Golden State was always good, but for them to be super team, I would say 2015 was their year. Yeah, 2014, 2015 was their year.
3-4 years until there.
In 4 years of development.
So yeah, 4 years.
I mean, so yeah, I mean they have plenty of time. This is Luka's what, third year into the league?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have plenty of time. I do think that team is a team that they should be watched out for the next couple years. But yeah, like what? So I know this isn't a part of what we're going to talk about, but we can talk about this anyway. David, what do you think the Hornets have to do to get good? What are they missing?
Boy, I've been looking at articles all day. Well, not even all day, all month after we got them Monday. But really, just looking at the whole season, we just really need a big, like, we need that 3-and-D guy on that small forward, or we need that big in the draft. I hope in the draft we draft my Duke boy, Mark Williams.
What's that pick y'all got?
We got the 13th and the 15th.
Ooh. A little high, but not bad.
We could end up, I don't know if you heard of Kai Soto.
Yes, I did.
The TikToker. That's funny.
Yep. We could end up with him.
I don't even watch college basketball, but I know him because of TikTok.
How do you feel about the firing of your head coach?
See, it was both sided with me. It was like, why did they do that? But I understand why. But the really, I don't know. It was shocking because I thought they was gonna really give him one more year. But we kept improving with him each and every year. We hired him, and then this year we went 43 and 39. Like that's over 50. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought they was gonna just do it one more try, but then again, I understand I see how I know how I almost said the N-word, but I know how dudes are.
Yeah.
And you see how the youth of the black, how can I say, not black folks, but the youth of the Charlotte Hornets. And you see how their, how can I say it? Attitude, their attitude and just the way they approach stuff. They have fun and stuff. And JB, the coach, he's just more of a like serious and fundamental system guy.
Peace.
I mean, and now we have D'Antoni in the running. I feel like he's a great fit offensively.
D'Antoni?
Yeah, well, he's going to fit offensively, but
I don't like
defensively. I mean, I love D'Antoni. He got Steve Nash MVP. He got James Harden MVP. Shoot, he can get LaMelo MVP.
But MVP don't win you rings, sir.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Once we get that piece, that center, I feel like we would be complete because they're hiring. I feel like they'll hire D'Antoni as that offensive coach, but as the assistant coach, I feel like they'll have Vogel because they interview him. They interviewing defensive coaches, so we can have.
I didn't know they were interviewing Vogel.
Yeah. So that we can have that, so we can just have that balance, and we just need that piece. I feel like they know what they're doing. So in the offseason, we're gonna grab that center, and then I feel like we're gonna be a top four, I don't know, top 3 seed in the East.
Oh wow, that's high. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna answer my own question here. I knew they were gonna fire him from the when y'all got blown out in back-to-back years in play-in games. I knew they were gonna fire him. I instantly knew it. Am I okay with the firing? Yes. Does it make sense? Yes. Like, excuse me. But wait.
It's hard was it a shocker from an outsider looking in from.
Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish because right now I know it sounds bad, but let me finish. I liked. Excuse me. I liked him as a head coach. I liked because on paper for the past 3 years, you start off as a terrible team. Then you go to a playing game last season. You improve by, I think it was 10 to 20 wins this season, get into another playing game. That's like an uptick, right? So that means good. I mean, going up and winning more games is ultimately your goal in the NBA. But when this league in the NBA right now is such a win-now league, that doesn't get you. That's not job security. So I understood why Why they fired him? Do I think it was a little premature? Yes, but you have to understand this is a business at the end of the day, and if you don't win playing games, you get blown out in 2 back-to-back years. That's not okay. Also, I think they just didn't have discipline, in my opinion. That team wasn't disciplined. They were showboaty. We're the best. They were very arrogant. Very arrogant.
That's the
team.
word I was looking
Like
for.
it was a fun game.
Yeah,
They were just playing for fun.
like it's fun.
Street
and
ball.
so I think that's like right now they need to go get them a head coach that's disciplined, like a Jason Kidd for Luka, because he's drastically changed what Luka is. Because in January the Mavs were 17 and 18. Now they're in a Western Conference Finals. He turned Luka into one of the best players on the planet.
Can I add something too?
Hold on, wait. I'm almost done.
Well, it's about LaMelo. I was about to say, like, LaMelo still got some growing up to do as well.
Oh, he definitely does. He's
definitely childish.
And I think, you don't go get a Mike D'Antoni, because we saw what he did with James Harden, letting James Harden do and get whatever he want. That's not good enough, in my opinion. And we saw that even when they had a big with James Harden with Clint Capella, they couldn't even get it done. So I think D'Antoni is not your answer, in my opinion.
Wait. Right. LaMelo was way different.
Are you about to say he's way better than Harden? You saying LaMelo is way better than Harden?
I'm not saying he's way better because, he's young, but he's not way – skill set, he's way better than Harden.
Stop.
Skill set, not talking about –
I understand that, yes, but stop. Like, listen – James Harden at that time, at the same age as LaMelo, who's better?
Bro, LaMelo.
Well, I know they were in different roles. Obviously, he was.
I would give it to LaMelo. But Rocket Dynasty, but Rocket Fantasy, when he was still young and he went to the Rockets, I would give it to James.
When he went to the Rockets and got his own team, James Harden was predominantly better.
But look. The thing is, though, he had championship experience, though. Let LaMelo get championship experience, and then
we have to have discipline first.
That's a fact. He don't have no discipline. He's very childish. That's what I'm saying. He got a lot of growing up to do.
And y'all are correct, because he treated that playing game I saw as like an AAU game. I saw how he was just
literally
throwing up shots.
Throwing up shots.
Yes, I watched that game as well, and it honestly, it looked like they were just out there. Like it wasn't important, and so
it was playing for fun.
I think you have to go get you a very strict coach, someone to whip this team into shape, because obviously right now they're not.
And put Melo on the bench when he start acting a fool.
Yes, or
that's what JB did, and that's why I feel like they fired him. But
JB let him slide a lot of times.
He definitely did. But
I don't think a lot of stuff.
I don't think Melo's childishness. I don't think him benching Melo got him like closer to firing. No, I think because Jordan is one of the best.
No.
Wait, let me finish. He's the best player to ever play the game of basketball. He understands when it's time to play basketball and be serious, or when it's time to play in the yard and play like it's a joke. So he understood. I think he understands the benching and stuff. That's not a reason he got fired. I think he got fired because you get blown out in 2 playing games. There was no discipline in either of those years. That's why he got fired, in my opinion.
No, I understand why he got fired, because I wouldn't fire him because I'm not going to fire improvement. Like, and I understand I got a young team. I'm like, it was premature, but I understand the beef between him and the locker room. He had beef with Book Night. That's why he barely played. He didn't want to play the rookies and stuff. Like, people was wondering why he didn't play rookies. He had beef with LaMelo. He had beef with Harold. That's why he didn't play the last game really in the play-in. So it was just a lot of inside conflict. So I just feel like it wasn't it wasn't basketball move. It was just based off just like keeping the peace, because you got LaMelo's the franchise. Like, you got to keep that happy if he walk away.
Whoa. I get that, but when you are the franchise, like a Stephen Curry, that comes with responsibility and leadership, right?
But he's too young for that.
And he's not there, and he's not that guy yet.
There's never too young. There's never no.
He don't have that mentality. You're right. He's
No,
never too
you're
young.
right.
He just
David,
don't have that mentality.
David, you're 100% right. And Elijah, you're right. It's never too young, but whenever you don't grow up and act like it, that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, he just need that discipline.
But anyway, let's before we get out of here, let's talk about this game a little bit more. These two, the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Final, for about a couple more minutes before we get out of here. I'm looking forward to see the defense played in this Boston series, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Golden State shuts down Luka, if they can. That's what I'm looking forward to. What are y'all looking forward to in these series?
I'm just looking for, a good series, good games. Yeah, I just want to see how it's gonna turn out. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I'm curious on that. How it's gonna turn out, how it's gonna play out. Who's gonna be the best team, who's gonna play better, who's gonna play the better defense, the better offense. It's all that really matters and rely on. But like what you said for the Western, Warriors just more experienced than the Mavs, so I don't see the Mavs unless a miracle happened. The Mavs just play good. Jason Kidd is a great coach as well, so it just depends. And then for the Eastern, I really want the Celtics to win. I really, really do. Because, I don't mind seeing Tatum in the finals. I don't even care if he get a ring if he beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
But it just depends on how they play, how they come out.
Yeah. David, your final thoughts?
My views on the Western Conference Finals, I just know Luka go get his down the line, but I just want to see the Splash Bros and that dynasty back just for a little bit because, they're getting older. And then for the Eastern Conference, I want to see, I don't know, I just want to see dogs compete. Like, basketball is back. I just want to see dogs compete.
And I think those two teams definitely are.
They are.
They're the scrappy dog teams. And I also love how this year's basketball, like the playoffs, has been so competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Except the last game 7.
Especially the Eastern Conference. Like,
yes, definitely.
Now people don't got to say, "Oh yeah, we already know who's going to win the Eastern." Like you can't say that no more because it's a lot of good teams in the Eastern. You never know.
And having LeBron out of the playoffs, the playoffs are still fun to watch.
Yep.
But that's it for all we got today, everybody. I appreciate everybody for listening. Love talking about NBA.
One more chime in.
Huh?
My bold prediction for next year, this year's winner, just because of the competitions, won't be back at the next year's final.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know. We'll see.
So he's saying the teams this year is not going to be back in the finals?
Outro.
They'll be.
Okay. David, you're right. Outro.
No, we gotta go to the outro. For a certain reason. But no, we'll talk about that on the next episode. David, you're 100% right. Because I really want to dive more into that in the next episode. But thank you everybody for listening. I have been your host, Davion.
I've been Eli.
I'm DJ.
And this has been the post game.